Hey guys, Foxdrop here, welcome back to our Spectate series. Today we are spectating someone who is a Xin'Zhao jungle one-trick. This guy is a master tier Korean player who has a 70% win rate on Xin Jungle, which is pretty bloody good, really. Now Xin, I think, is one of these kind of like underrated, upcoming, dare I say, hidden OP jungles, in my opinion. And in this video today, we're going to take a look at this guy. We're going to take a look at what he's doing. So not only can we just see how he's doing things and just, be entertained from that perspective, see a master tier Korean Xin jungle person shit on people like pro players. The Nami in this game on the enemy team is Wolf from SKT1. But also we can learn how to play it as well. So that if you want to go into your games and play some Xin jungle, you can do that. Now I'm just going to quickly tab out just for a second here, guys, just for a second. It's more like 2 or 3 seconds I actually want it. Just so that I can bring up my notepad here. Because I have made some notes about this guy, what he does, how he plays. Because I'm actually going to turn down the sound a little bit. This feels like a little bit too loud. Because, there's things that I've noticed by like doing a little bit of research on him that I think will be important for you guys to know. So he starts at the bot side, pretty standard stuff to get a leash. So he has a healthier clear. The thing about Xin Jungle is that he also clears extremely healthily. Most champions would not do the chickens this early on, else they would be pretty cock-a-doodle-doomed. But Xin has ridiculous sustain. He's not an AoE clearer by any means, but he still has good enough sustain to take chickens away, no problem. So that's the first thing to bear in mind, is that you don't need to worry too much about how you're clearing the jungle. And this is why one of the reasons why Xin is so strong. Notice as well as he's clearing, I'll just quickly rewind just so we can see that. Notice as he's clearing as well, he will use his abilities first and then use his Q afterwards. The reason for that is because with every hit of your Q, when it's up the 3 talent strike, you reduce the cooldowns of your other abilities. So it's better to use your other abilities first, so you then have them on a lower cooldown. So first things first with this guy, guys, runes and masteries. Obviously, if you're trying to learn how to play Xin Jungle, you probably need to know what runes and masteries you want to run. So is he going to flash on Katarina? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. What's he going to do? Is he going to do it? Ooh, he's not going to do it. Oh, he is going to do it. All right, here we go, boys. Could jump back to the... Be careful. Nice. Okay, I don't know what his Katarina's doing. She's dead. MCKunshen, our master tier Xin'Zhao, shitting all over Katarina. The great thing about Xin as well is you can't really outplay him, so that's cool as well. Anyway, because he has no mechanics to outplay. So runes and masteries, guys. Your runes... A bit interesting on this one. This guy runs attack speed reds, armor yellows, MR blues, and move speed Quints. That's what this guy runs on his Xin Jungle. If you can't afford move speed Quints, I think 80 reds and attack speed Quints are fine as well. And he also goes 18-12-0 with Fervor. Pretty standard on that one. You get loads of Fervor stacks because your W is an attack speed steroid. And he gives you so much damage. So pretty standard to have. If you want to go, I would say like Storm Raiders can work as well. And maybe the new Warlords too. But I don't think you can go wrong with Fervor. So that's what we're going to run. 18-12-0. And that stuff that I mentioned. But here we go. Here comes a 3v3 skirmish here. This guy, notice as well how Xin is standing to the side out of vision there. He waits for a really long time without being seen before he moves out and actually goes in to make a play. See how he's going to... Now, this guy's already used flash as well. Oh my goodness. Mocked up mid-W. Feels bad, man. Well, it feels good, man, for us. We're on Xin's team this game. Gonna flash over the wall. There's that. Good shit. Now. Ooh, he's gonna keep going. He's gonna keep going. This might be a bit aggressive. Bit late on the red smite there, but still. His rush to red smite as well. Red smite and boots rush, genuinely. Nice. There's the shield. Good shit. Almost brings down Wolf, but not quite. So pretty aggressive in this early game, as you would imagine with Xin. Xin's his 1v1s are really quite strong. Like, you can't outplay Xin's mechanics, so he knows that if he goes really hard on things, that's fine. But he is also quite careful, and I do want to emphasize the way he was hiding outside of vision for a long time until the enemy team presented themselves into a position where they were quite far dedicated, so that when Xin showed up, they'd have to blow flashes to escape, if they could even escape. As you saw there, Lee Sin had to blow a flash, and then he just died afterwards instead. So skill order as well, this guy maxes his Q, as you can see here, he's got 3 points in his 3 Talon Strike. You used to max your E on Xin, but this guy maxes Q. And again, really aggressive stuff. Now, he was a bit off of the awareness doing the chickens first before helping his mid lane, but even right here, completely stops pushing mid, doesn't go back to his jungle, just because he sees the bot lane in a position where they might possibly be gankable. Quite aggressive plays right here. Now, to talk a little bit about the item builds this guy goes for, you're going to see this guy rushing the red smite, like you see here, and Ninja Tabby too. Now, this right here is like a meta thing. I fully expect Ninja Tabby to get nerfed soon, so you probably wouldn't want to do this in the future. But this guy rushes outside of the Ninja Tabby. He goes for the Blood Razor, quite obvious one, the attack speed on hit item. So he'll go for Blood Razor, and then he always gets a Phage item after that. Most of the time, it's a Triforce, but sometimes it's Black Cleaver. This guy also plays Xin top. When he plays him top, he rushes Triforce pretty much every single game, unless he's against a really tanky team. But on jungle, nice. On jungle, because sometimes you might not necessarily have all the gold that you want to have, Black Cleaver is a good way to be getting that Phage item while also still being a little bit tanky, a bit useful outside of pure damage. But still, and then outside of that, it's mostly just like pretty much random. He'll get a random item third, and then he mostly just goes full tank after that. So the third item can be Ravenous Hydra, Titanic Hydra, more Mortius, Guardian Angel, these kind of things, and then he'll just go full tank. But most of the time, the game ends by that point anyway, so it's not really a big deal here. This should be a pretty easy double kill here. Does the splits, but still good enough. Jin goes down because he gets greedy with the flash, but still good shit, boys. Good shit. 5-0-1, not too bad. Now, something which is quite interesting about the way this guy is making his plays this game. I just want to get rid of the chat because the chat's just in the way. It's not doing anything. Quite interesting about the way this guy's making plays this game is that he's not really creating his own plays necessarily. He's more reacting to plays that are happening on the map and then just like capitalizing on those. He's never I don't think he's really forced to play yet this whole game. I'm just trying to think if he has so far. Like that dive, for example, is obviously a proactive play in its own right, but it's a reaction to the fact that the enemy bot laners are really low under their tower. It's not like he's just going to gank places quite standardly, and most times he's either counter ganking or doing something like that dive there. So really, really efficient. And counter ganking and diving are two really good ways to be getting advantages for your team. Counter ganking cock blocks the enemy team and gives you kills, which is why that's so efficient. And diving just denies so much farm from the enemy team as well, because they miss all those minions under tower. So he's doing a pretty good job on that front. And again, this is another counter gank coming in here as well. So he's going to set up with the blast cone and then jump in on this Lee Sin. Lee Sin's a bit too fast, but still, he's just always keeping his eyes peeled on the minimap. I think that's an important thing to note about this gameplay here. Always look at the minimap, guys. If you're a jungler, you could be in a bit of a pickle here. Still nearly kills Lee Sin. But always keep your eyes peeled on the minimap, guys. Always keep your eyes peeled on the minimap, because your C plays open up, and then it means that you don't have to even make your own plays. You can just react to the enemy plays, and that's still good. Now, I want to pause right here, because this is something I want to do more of when we go through these replays. We want to think about what this guy's thinking about so that we can learn what's going through his mind, so that then when we're playing, we have a better understanding about what it is that we should do. So, whenever you recall, you have to think to yourself, all right, where am I going to go? Because what do I want to do? Now, if you look at the minimap here, if you see the jungle camp situation, nothing really is respawning. No buff camps are up. Very few mini camps are up as well. So he doesn't need to go into any particular side of his jungle to go for like a jungle clear. He doesn't need to go for some kind of like efficient jungle clear into gank route here. So he doesn't need to worry about his jungle camps. So that means that he can more so look towards either an objective or a PvP play. Now, if you look at the minimap, the two objectives obviously that are up would be the Rift Herald and the Dragon. But also you can go for things like towers too. But those are really a massive tower play going down. You could argue that the bot lane is a good tower play. But still, the big play right here, obviously, is what's happening in mid lane. Now, we know Xin'Zhao is far away here, but he does have tier 2 boots. And still, you never know how long this fight's going to last. So, obvious answer here, what you're going to do? Well, go mid lane. I mean, I know this sounds really obvious, like, oh, of course you're going to go mid lane. There's a fight happening here. But you'd be surprised. Sometimes people just do the same shit. They just go out of spawn. They don't even think about where they're going. They just run around. So he starts on the chickens here. and then we'll see if a play develops here. The reason why this guy's being quite hesitant here, in my opinion, is because this isn't really a fight that his team wins. So he probably doesn't want to fight around his team. And we also know Jin is really low, so it's not like there was a collapse going there either. But still, it's the same stuff. Like, he just went to his chickens because he wanted to be around this area. And while he can't actually do anything because his team's so, like, his team is weak there, he may as well just be farming the chickens. And then he gets a free kill, a free flash as well. Now, we did see Lee Sin on the wards here. So he knows Lee Sin is here, but I don't think he's too afraid of Lee Sin. Just to bring up the item builds here as well. He's going towards the Phage. Either Triforce or Black Cleaver most likely here. But now here comes probably one of the first proactive plays that he is initiating rather than a reaction to what the enemy team is doing. He's coming in for a really bog standard gank. So let's see what he does here. He initiates with the jump, presses his buttons, knocks someone up, boom, there it is. Not the most mechanical intensive champion is Xin'Zhao. Not much to say about it. But is he going to chase that? He's going to full on dive the Nami here. Gets the exhaust so then he's going to back away. That's pretty ballsy there. Now, if you look at his team actually isn't that far ahead. He's really far ahead himself, but his team, top lane is equal in CS and has the same kill participation. The mid laner isn't like doing anything special. Corki isn't doing anything special. Bot lane is quite far ahead though, so it's really like him and bot lane. So we'll see whether he, like, with that in mind, we'll see whether he decides to go top lane to try and maybe like get Fiora back in the game a little bit, or if he stays and makes plays around the mid and around the bot lane, because those are the lanes that he can get more stuff done in. The thing with Xin as well is that as a champion, he's really good at like burst damage and like small gap closer and just like jumping in and going like boom, That's what Xin does. So mid lane is generally speaking a really good lane for Xin to gank because you don't have to chase someone down. You just show up on the lane and you jump in and you just pop someone. So he'll do a lot of stuff to the mid lane. And then as well, his strongest lane is his bot lane. So why not just sit around bot lane? How many plays has this guy made around bot lane here? A lot. If not 90% of his plays, if not all of them, have been around the bot lane. Because it's just the best place for him to go, because that's where his team is the strongest. Because then what happens is, if you make a play around your strong lanes, if something else happens, say for example Lee Sin shows up, or Katarina roams, you're not screwed because your allies are strong enough to help you in that situation. And on top of that as well, it's just easier. It's easier to make plays around those areas because your allies are already getting shit done. So if you do have a lane that's doing quite well in your game, focus on that side of the map. Try and help them, get them to snowball. Generally speaking, unless you're extremely confident in your ability to get your ally back into the game, just focus around your strong lanes. That's all you got to do. And again, look at him running around the bot side once more. Because why not? Look at this guy's damage. Look at that damage. Disgusting. He's only got Blood Razor and Phage. Disgusting. And he's still going for it. He doesn't stop. Not 1 second to stop him right here. Just keeps going. Endless pressure coming out of this guy. A very easy lane for him to gank with as well. The Karma Jin lane. Karma can speed Xin'Zhao up so Xin can get close to people, and Jin can engage with his ultimate. Now I just want to do something really quick here, really quick rewinding here, just so we can break something down just really fast here, because I think this is quite important. Everything that happened here is just a set of decision making that happens quite fast. Okay, so he comes out of spawn, he's thinking, where am I going to go? Well, I may as well head around mid side because this is where the plays are happening. Teammates are pinging help me, which means they want to make plays. Let's go around my teammates to make these plays. Even Fiora's is pushing down towards mid lane, so something's going to happen around this mid lane right here. We've got good vision as well, so we know where the enemy players are. So of course he heads around the mid lane, so that's what he does first. He heads towards mid. Katarina face checks him here, which to be honest is a bit lucky, but it happens. And then straight away when he's dead, he's looking, okay, what do I want to do now? What's going on now? Obviously, you look towards, okay, we got the mid laner. What do? Do we invade the jungle? Do we push the tower down? Do we go for an objective? Do we go for more kills? The easy answer here is look at bot lane. They're pushing out. They have a big minion wave here as well. This is the important thing to note as well. This minion wave is very big, which means that it's going to be pushing into him and his team. If this minion wave was the other way around, if there are more blue minions than red minions here, then obviously the blue minions would kill the red minions, because there's more of them, and then it will push this way, which might make it harder to make a play, although at this point you could argue you could probably still dive, but still, in theory, okay, we know this is going to be pushing down. Let's try run down this side. What's the worst that can happen here? The worst that can happen here is that they run away. And then what do? Well, we just go to Baron if they run away. We've already killed the mid laner, so they don't have Katarina here to like stop the dragon play. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then what do you do at this point? Oh look, dragon or towers open. Let's do them. Now Katarina, I don't know if she's still dead or not. I don't think she would still be dead, but still, if we see Lee Sin topside, we know the dragon is free. The tower is also free. Why don't we get both? You know, just like, I know it sounds really obvious, but it's just little decision making like this. You know, every time you're forced with a decision like on what you want to do next, just look at the map and see, okay, what is it that I want to do? I know this sounds really stupid and like really obvious, but too many people in this game, to be honest, myself included, this is one of the reasons why I'm actually struggling right now in the ranked season, because I'm just not playing as well as I used to play, because I'm not using my brain as much. People just run around the map and they don't think about what they're doing. They don't think about what the next play is going to be, what the best optimal play is to make. And so they're always, you know, that it's just, they float around not being terribly efficient with their time. Xin has been very efficient with his time. I don't even know what's his farm like. His farm isn't even that high, but that's fine. He's farmed an okay amount, but more specifically, he's 7-1-7 at 16 minutes. You know, it's good shit. It's really good shit. Alright, I've natted on about that for quite a while here, so yeah. Let's fast forward here a little bit as well, because this game is snowballing pretty hard here. And again, like I was saying, playing around the bot side. Look how hard he's played around the bot side. 2 towers have gone down in this bot lane. The dragon as well. It's really good shit. And like mid and top are still up. Now this is what you want to do next now, guys. You've already got 2 towers in the bot lane. Dragon isn't up. Obvious next move here. Get those towers in the other lanes that still have the towers up. This here, and this is why this guy's gonna die here, because this is a mistake. There's no point being here. It's a bit unfortunate to walk into 3 people there, to be fair, but still, there's no real point being here because your team is not here. Your team has decided to go and take these outer towers in other lanes because that's the next best play for them to make. They've already got 2 towers in bot lane, so there's no reason for bot lane to stay bot lane, so they're going to go to top lane and push those towers down. So when then Xin shows around the mid side and there's no one mid side because his whole team has gone to make superior plays, he dies. Because he gets collapsed on. And from the enemy perspective, it's a good idea for them to go mid because they see 3 people topside. So why not group mid, you know? So it's pretty... And again, look, now they're going for the outer mid tower as well. So it's pretty... Like, sometimes the game can seem really confusing and loads of stuff is going on and you don't know what's going on and macro play seems confusing. But just think about it. 2 towers down in bot and every other tower in the game is still alive. Go for the other towers. And look, that's exactly what happened. It's quite easy to predict the game when stuff, you know, it's just... Yeah, of course it's going to happen. Now, of course, it's solo queue, right? So, obviously, your team doesn't necessarily always do the best macro plays. But, you know, in theory, you can still try and guide your team. And you can still yourself try and make these kind of plays. Now, I do think Xin here is just getting a little bit lazy. He probably thinks the game is over already, so he's not really, you know, putting as much effort into like the team plays. It's just like he just went down bot for the farm and then farmed the Krugs. He should have been with his team, especially after holding bot. Don't go to Krugs, just help your team because you know they're grouped up. You know something's going to happen. But his team's so far ahead, it doesn't really matter really. They're not going to lose the fight, and he's just, you know, just kind of switches off a little bit. Once you think the game's over, then you do mentally just switch off a tad. I do that a lot, and this guy's obviously doing it. And he's a master tier player, but it's still okay. But at this point in the game, guys, what's your next step? You either want to force a fight so that you can then, from that fight, go and push down more towers, or then go and get Baron. Or you just want to sneak away Baron and just do it yourself because you can. Just make picks like it's going on here. It's not really too difficult to decide what to do because there's lots of different avenues you can do. If you just group up, good things will happen. Their pick comp is pretty good. Fiora is so strong in these small skirmishes, so she'll pick really fast. And then you combine that with like a Jin ult or a Jin zap or something. You'll pick people out of position all the time. And then, yeah, you know, at this point, just group up as best as you can with your team. Especially the strong people in your team, because they'll be the ones where you can make more plays like around them. And then, yeah, just go for the towers again. At this point, Baron's a good play, like I say, as well, especially with his team comp. And it's all good stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that the replay here, guys, because I think this was pretty good. I think we talked a lot about macro and stuff, and I'm I'm thinking here that I've explained some things. I'm happy with how this video went down at least. So let me know what you think about it, whether you think it was a good video as well. Side note, he went QWE as well for his skill order. He maxes E last on Xin. But yeah, let me know what you think about it if you enjoyed the video. And you know, leave me a comments. Give me that cheeky thumbs up if you liked it. You can subscribe to me, of course, for more League of Legends content, more educational stuff. Most importantly, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. Have a great, wonderful, amazing day. Quick shout out to my second full gameplay channel. If you're not aware of that one yet, go and check that out. It's Foxdrop Plays. You can Google it or search it on YouTube. It's also in like the recommended. Check these guys out on my channel page. It's on the side there, so you'll find it. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a good day, night, evening, afternoon, whatever it is where you are from, and I will see you in my next video.